Hi, I'm Kaij, and I wanted to make this video today to fully declare myself as a trans person. I say trans person and not trans man because even though I'm going to be transitioning towards more of a masculine presentation, it's really to sort of counterbalance how externally feminine I am. I'm going to stand up just a little bit so that you can see from here up. I feel like when I look at myself, I look pretty gender neutral or androgynous. But when I stand up, I don't know if you can see here, I'm very busty, and I've got an enormous booty. I'm just very, very curvy, and so I don't pass as androgynous. I don't pass as gender neutral, and that's really how I feel. But I haven't been expressing myself that way, even though I've identified that as true in myself for a while. Part of that is due to the fact that I've long held the belief that somehow I had to, if I was to transition, I had to transition specifically to male. And there are definitely aspects of me that don't feel 100% male. And there, just as there are aspects of me that absolutely don't feel female. So really what I'm interested in moving forward and doing is living outside of that rigid binary and living as someone who's really queer and gender neutral. I'm still trying to discover what terms I want applied to myself. Already I introduced myself as Kaij, which is not my birth name, but it is a nickname I've had since I was very little. I was like 5 years old when my friend gave that to me. And it just feels very neutral to me because it's not a name that existed previously. And I think it has aspects of both a masculine, like that Kai, which is in the beginning of my birth name, which was Kylie. But there's the Lee on the end, which is a diminutive, and especially in light of some more sort of household names that are Kylie, like, there's Kylie Jenner, and there's Kylie Minogue. I felt especially that it was not something that felt congruous with me anymore. But not that I really wanted to stray very far from that, but I also never felt like a Kyle. And Kaij is something that a lot of people already call me and know me as, and if people just want to call me Kai, that's also fine. I know there are some boys named Kai and some girls who are Kylie go by Kai. So it's sort of a nice midway for me where it's not really particularly indicative of either male or female. But yeah, I would like to consider maybe some physical changes, which is why I'm starting this video too. I want this to sort of mark my pre-transition phase, so to speak, where I'm slowly going to phase out some of my more feminine clothing in favor of a more masculine look. And that's sort of just to prep some other people too. I think that it's hard for people to start thinking of me as not female if I'm still dressing and acting very female. And I don't want to say that the feminine or effeminate aspects of me are just for show or just put on. There is an aspect of me that's always felt kind of like a very fabulous gay male, not a straight cis male. at all. And I've often felt very gay, like a gay man. But again, it's sort of coming from this um, more neutral place where it's not specifically like the men I know. I don't feel like any men I know, and I also don't feel like any women I know. I feel kind of unto myself, sort of in the gray area in between. But I think because my body has been so feminine for so long of my life, sort of once puberty hit, I was very busty, and I didn't even have an opportunity to bind. They were already too large to obscure by the time I considered that when I was maybe 14, 13 years old. So I guess I felt pretty limited in my body just because it was so feminine that it was hard to be androgynous. And so at times I've sort of played up the parts of me that really do enjoy fashion and who admire and look up to divas like Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, just to name sort of a couple who are very inspiring, powerful women to me, Rihanna, and women too who are also very curvaceous but powerful, who use the feminine in a very powerful way. It's not a submissive feminine, it's a very empowered feminine. And so I've, in some ways, modeled my own femininity lately after them, because I don't want to feel disempowered by the feminine. At times I really do feel disempowered. So I tend to either go kind of masculine, like I'm presenting more masculine today, or I'll sort of emulate sort of a diva kind of style, and I might wear things that are very tight and very bold colors, maybe even high heels, but like walk with a real big strut. So I'm going to step away from that for a little bit and just let people see a more masculine persona. So the things that I'm saying also have a visual impact for those around me, and I'm hoping that my physical body can be a cue to them, like with my clothing too, that I really would prefer not to be described in feminine terms. And I've been requesting that more of my family and friends. I haven't specifically told them what to call me. I do prefer they, them pronouns right now. I don't know if that will change. I've been trying to consider some of the masculine pronouns, but those don't seem right to me either. I think they, them works well for me. So I trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about. I guess if you have any questions for me, I'm very open. So please go ahead and comment below. And I'll try to be posting someone on the regular to let you know how things are progressing and what I unpack through therapy and how my relationships with others go. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.